projects, and we aim to sign our first Aquatrends contracts by the end of 2025 or early 2026, and generate around $100K, rising to $300K in 2027, and up to $1 million to 2028 through recurring SaaS subscriptions and expansion across 5 African markets. We are backed by a strong programs and partners all around the world. And our team unites science, tech, and governance. Myself, Yassine, Youssef, Sliman, and Saifuddin. Okay, sorry. Our business is aligned perfectly with SDGs, primarily clean water and sanitation, decent work and economic growth, climate action, life on land, and partnerships for the goals. We are raising $500K to support our 18 months roadmap, and the Africa Earth Observation Challenge is a great opportunity to seek funding. And I will finish with this microfinance demonstration where I will present how Aquatrends automates the full validation workflow. So first, we create a customer account by entering the client's information, the details, property information, and loan data. Next, our system performs spatial analysis and assess crop monitoring, crop conditions, land use, and water activity. And finally, we generate a comprehensive report that merges spatial data and loan data and propose a decision recommendation. And thank you for your attention. Oh, there is a video. I don't know, it will be...
the link on it.
Yeah.
It's the logo. Should they click the logo?
Oh.
Okay. It's have a video?
Yeah, I have it, but it's a PDF.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But that's it, Yassine?
Yeah, thank you.
All
so
right,
much.
thank you very much. Let us appreciate Yassine. Now, as we get to the judges, Morgan Hanin triggers report. Get ready to get on stage next. But over to you, judges.
It's a very simple question, Yassine. What is it? Is it GeoUp or Aquatrends?
No, it's GeoUp, like company, and our product is Aquatrends.
So you probably going to have other products in the future?
Yep.
That's the idea of having...
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Should make that clear at the beginning.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just explain, using this demo, how you connect land cover, land use, and the water to the financing side of things, because there's a credit component in there that you didn't explain.
Yeah, now in Aquatrends we integrate about 31 variables, like it's about hydroclimatic variables, precipitation, temperature, and etc. And others, it's for inventory, like we can monitor the plot and extract all information about if we have, it's about like the area that is it represent crops or not, and link it that with the activity and the yield estimation for the clients. So about all this information, we can what is in English? We can give a decision recommendation for the institution if we can give the credit or not. So that's it.
Just as a follow-up, you are working closely with the Mohammedia University of Mohammedia Polytechnic 6, and it's one of your partners, the logos.
Ah, okay.
UMSXP,
Yeah.
and they have a Water Research Institute, and so most of the solution is AI derives information from all those satellites.
Yeah.
So mine is just to complement that there is maybe some other services available in the continent. Is a service which provides water observation from space, from Digital Africa.
Yeah.
It covers like over 40 years. And specifically for Morocco, I know there's this small lagoons. So there's also another service which is also from, I know it's from Landsat, but it can complement some of the work that you do.
Yeah, of course.
And also looking at how the system might evolve, could you think of maybe doing water quality testing later?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, of course,
Okay.
of course.
Just looking at your horizon.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah, of course.
Okay.
So you guys made $18,000. Who were your customers?
Sorry, it's about training.
Winning?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do training about remote sensing, satellite, GIS, and etc. To now for 15 African countries, like Burkina Faso, Senegal, Tunisia,
Okay.
etc. And we work also with the enterprise company. We can do also trainings, and we do a small project, not a big project. We do that just to pay les charges fixes. Alors, je m'excuse pour le français.
Fixed charges.
Yeah.
So go to your implementation and scalability.
Here? Yeah.
Signing forms by contracts. Okay, if I'm signing a contract, what am I getting? What am I signing for? It
Sorry?
wasn't very clear. If I'm signing a contract
Yeah.
with you,
We,
what am I signing for? What?
we will sign with RD
Okay.
in this month or early 2026. So we will be in this phase, 2026. We generate around $100K, and we have a big opportunity to project our results with another clients in Morocco and also in Africa. So we hope in 2027 reach 5% market share in Morocco and 0.3% market share in Africa. So additional contracts in water governance and agri sectors. Morocco plus 2 African countries. This is our roadmap.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Give it up for Yasin Hamad from GeoAmp. Up next on stage, we have Morgan Hannin from Triggers Report. Kindly appreciate him. I had a chat with this gentleman. The floor is yours. Enjoy the presentation, Morgan.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Morgan. I'm a founder of Triggers Report. We start a long time ago, but we are focused on satellite on 23. And that's no good slide. Now you need to go to the slide before. That's the video. Yes, this one. Hey, where's the first slide? Yes, we are there. Okay. Triggers Report, the sovereign automatic satellite monitoring platform for Africa and Middle East. What we see in 23 with our different prospections in the field, that's the data is invisible. Today, too complex, billion of unexplored satellite imagery. Every GIS tool inaccessible to non-expert, as very complex to have access. Even in the assembly here, you know how you need to calculate NDVA? No, I think no one knows, except maybe some experts. Is B8 minus B4 divided by B8 plus B4. You have an NDVA. But as too complex, then slow decisions, no clear information in a timely manner. Decisions arrive too late, lack of monitoring, Africa and Middle East, unsupervised, deforestation, floods, invisible mine. Data exist, but remain invisible. They need simple, automatic, sovereign access. Competitor do the same. Donc, all competitors as Maxar, Airbus, even Copernicus, we have a plenty of platforms, too complex. GIS tools is reserved for experts, technical scripts, monitoring, raw data, no pre-processing, index not calculate directly unusable. No monitoring, manual zone only, nothing automatic at the national scale, because at the moment people look information about his own country, not for all the world. Poorly adapt, irregular coverage, model not calibrate for Africa and M&A. No report, no dynamic PDF, no automatic notebook, not sovereign, US, EU, cloud, no compliance with government expectations. All solutions, ultra simple. Analyze in few clicks, zero technical skill expert. Why we do that? Because we turn around the government as clients, they say, okay, we have one GIS expert, but we have 20 project manager. They ask everything to the technical GIS expert. It is another reply. We need to follow our project by ourselves. That's why we create this thing. National monitoring, map and automatic change detection every month nationwide. Every country has update every month with a new picture. If you do a geofence, you will be every 6 days, if no cloud, of course. Integrate analysis, NDVI, NDME, all the indicators that we can find of Copernicus Sentinel program is already included in the platform. Just a few click and you can have access. Optimize for Africa and MENA, cloud-free mosaic, adapt for tropical and desert seasons, automated report, monthly PDF, notebook, report ready for commitment and audit, sovereign architecture. We are based in Germany at the moment, plus regional server, trust and compliance. As if you have a government or private sector, you can have your own server also where you want. You just make a link between us. That you can just send the video. No, it's this one. You put in big one, yeah. Then here you can see on the right side you have all indicators. Just with some few clicks you can have access to all the information in the indicator. On the we have a small triggers. The AI is in projects for the moment. That we are just tape. I need an NDVI for 25. You can have directly the NDVI. You need NDME. You can have directly NDME from your platform. Don't need to be an expert to find. Just you have a project. You need to flow the information. You can have everything is calculated before that. That's some parts. Climate, NDME, false color ribbon with the road. Donc everything is possible to be adapted as you need it. Now you can back to the presentations, because I don't know which video is after. Why we do that? Why we propose this kind of platform? Why we go on this, this sector? Because today the market is exploding. It's hyper-grow market, 80.7% annual growth. The global Earth observation market is exploding. $6 billion for 24 markets, current size of the EO sector. And we tripled in 6 years that estimations at 20 billion. Today, 54 countries in Africa, massive need, low local competitions. Africa and Middle East represent the most uneducated and the most promising regions. Agriculture, forest, oil, mining, climate, multi-billion markets still untapped. Institutional demand search. Government, they ask a lot of information about that, but easy information. They don't need to be an expert to use our platform. So again, oops. Bank and insurance are very interested. We already work with insurance, French insurance, to make flood monitoring for different clients in Africa. International agency also, World Bank ask you, the Bank of Africa, that we already also some demand from these institutions. And the strategic sector, of course, mining, energy, logistic, water, etc. The institutions are looking for sovereign, simple, and local solutions. Tigris report positions itself as an essential platform for the region. Traction, we are taking off rapid adoption. Today, we have approximately 10 clients and more. We have a pipeline of 5 million for next year. 5 million offer is down, is make it to the client. And for the end of this year, we will reach 500K. Recognitions, top 10 finalists and ISA, thank you so much. And second place at the GTEx Africa for the IA, EUT, and 24. Partnership, we have a big partnership with Prometheus Intelligence, is a sovereign end-to-end solutions, manage your own constellations independently, create your own service and control your own sovereign data. It's a huge partner for her, for me, and for the company, because we are the first break of the system. The next break is to send a satellite. That's why we make a partnership with this company. And of course, we cover all the agriculture, mining, forest, and climate. Business model, simple, scalable recruiting. Subscription, country, region, project plans. Annual recurring revenue. We work also on services, specific report, API integration, custom analysis. You will see we go to 10 megapixels to 5 megapixels with our EI, in English, I don't remember, with our EI. And you can integrate, of course, API from Airbus, from different platforms to go deep. And if the customer wants to buy a picture, he can buy a picture. We work also white lab at license, that's for the institution agency, for our imaging stone retention, premium module, flood risk, forest carbon. We have different topics that we are working on the platform. I invite you to see on the booths what we do exactly. We are raising today 5 million to accelerate. We already raised in 23 1.2 million to start the project and put everything on the trail. Objective is to accelerate growth in Africa and Middle East, and initial integration of Prometheus Earth Intelligence to have your own constellations. Technology, we are 30%, 30% for expansions, data 20%, and 50% for the operations. We would like to become the sovereign reference platform in Africa and Middle East. Why no? Climate risk, flood, droughts, deforestation, urgent need for automatic monitoring. UDR regulations arrive in Africa. Africa digitalizations, national climate, agriculture, regional priority, massive funding from satellite and climate protection from the big agents. Strategy void, no sovereign Africa payment, triggers rebuild, fill this void now. The timing is perfect, the market, the regulations, the technology are aligned, triggers report become the regional leader in a few years. The team, a passionate expert with complementary team. We come from everywhere in the world. With one guy, as me, I'm from Belgium, origin Belgium, made the companies based in Mauritius and Ivory Coast today. Illustrate as from UK, we have Semir, is based in Canada, that is take care, but Middle East, Rockatu, that's a woman take care about all Africa and take care. And we have a tech and data partnership. It's very important for us to have someone very strong behind with the commercial support and technical support. supervising. Sovereign hosting with Esner in Germany. Team, conclusion, a field drive, experienced African European team capable to fast and large-scale executions. Keep in mind the last, oh, it's not there. Keep in mind the real challenge lies to is transforming the vast amount of complex data into clear, accessible, and directly actionable insight for business, government, and NGO. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you very much, Morgan, from Tigers Reports. Now let's take a listen to the judges.
Hey, Morgan. How do you manage your own satellites again?
Please, how
How do you manage your own satellite constellation?
we work with Prometheus Earth Intelligence. They start to send a satellite on the sky. They already send one. The objective is to send 8 to complete the satellite. They also sell a satellite to different countries in Africa. They already signed MOU with Senegal to put constellations in 2 or 3 years.
Okay, so
Today we are working exclusively with Copernicus Sentinel data that we have full information in the platform with climate, everything that you saw. As a first break, when you want to send a satellite, why we go close to Prometheus Earth Intelligence, that's because you need 2 or 3 years to send a satellite. We are the first break before you send your satellite.
okay, I got it. I thought it was...
That's mean as very, we follow the complete chain of value.
Yeah.
And for Prometheus, they miss someone like us to say, okay, we can send a satellite for Senegal, for example. Triggers report is there to make the path between 0 and 2 years, and you can sum. But continue to work with, of course, all the data that we have from Copernicus or NASA or whatever. It means because the satellite they send, they don't have everything. They do something. Donc now the next step for us is to put the radar on the platform for the flood risk.
Okay, good. I thought you just rent, there is a constellation and I pay you to give me the next, whatever, 5 days to run.
Exactly.
One more. Market traction. I just want to understand what your traction now. I didn't understand the numbers and who your customers were.
Alors, my customer is not put on it. We work with mining company to follow the mine extension. Mm-hmm. We are working with the Ministry of Mine in Ivory Coast for the cadastre. That they can check if when they give a permit, exploration permit, they don't have a production of site. Because behind they have a ROE that they can say you can make explorations, may not start to produce.
Great. Actually, that was my question.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. And maybe just a quick follow-up on that. So, these are a very broad set of. So the one that you've validated is mining. That's the one.
We validate mining. We validate flood risk with insurance. We work with Stellion as an insurance in France. We have more than 100 sites that we say we do. We have been done the flood risk for different factory at Castel, a brewery. I don't know if you know brewery in Africa. Castel is a beer. But we do all the survey for the flood risk for all the manufacturer. And we want to extend, I invite you to see what we do for Nairobi.
Nice, thank you. Great presentation. I wanted to understand when it comes to the data processing, when you're showing the video, I want to understand, do you do the pre-processing first and then you deploy it in the platform? Because I also saw some, let's say, cloud components. So how do you compensate? Yeah.
You have access to the platform. Automatically, you have access to each month's full country. For each month. When you do a geofence, you need to wait 24 hours and you will have all the informations and the indicator arrive because we do the calculation of the night for today. because take times and take volume of calculations. When we have bigger server, we can do instantaneously. But for the moment, we ask to our client to wait 24 hours. When you make your geofence, automatically you will have NDVI, carbon stock, everything is already inside.
All right, and that's already like after removing the cloud cover and everything.
Exactly.
Okay, and then how do you account for ground truthing? Because in as much as we are doing analysis with Earth observation, sometimes we have to validate with what's on the ground. Do you have some element on that as well?
To validate on the ground, no. What we do with some, because we do UDR for a big chocolate company, c'est moi, we have approximately 100 cooperatives. This means that Ivory Coast is 6,000 farmers. 60,000 farmers is in platform. That's we make in place a UDR system for the cooperative. They can check if all the farmer is in compliance or not with the deforestations. That we use GRC Hansen model, and we complete with visualizations, picture every month, a 5 meter pixel, to see if this EI from GRC or instance is correct or not.
Okay. Perfect. That's it. Let's give it up for Morgan.
Thank you.
Triggers reports. Up next is Brian Amani from Antigro. Brian, the floor is yours. Let's also hope your presentation is up by the time you get on stage. In the meantime, look at your neighbor. Tell them, oh, are you dozing? Ah, I see. Okay, beautiful. Brian, you ready? Okay. In 3, 2, 1, and...
I'll introduce myself as the presentation is...
Please.
Hello, everyone, distinguished guests, judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Amani. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Antugro. And Antugro is the critical infrastructure that is powering farmers to outperform against all odds. And we say this because we have noticed that while all of us are innovators, we've specialized in different fields, and we don't thread the needle between what farmers actually face as problems. And farmers face 3 problems that we see. Information gaps. They don't know what to do on their farm. They don't know what to grow, where, and when. Performance gaps. Because of the information gaps, they're unable to perform on farm. They have low yield, and this low yield leads to market failure or lack of access to market, and this leads to financial gaps. They have low profits, which leads them to borrow from predatory areas like banks and microfinances, and this leads them into a perpetual cycle. And that's the problem we want to solve for. So first, we want to give farmers access to the right information so that they can improve the performance of their farms. Then only after that do we give them access to financing so they can scale their production. And what we're doing is building an ecosystem, an infrastructure-level project that solves for this problem. So I want to take you guys on a journey so you can see what it is that we've done. So the first touch point that farmers have with Antugro is through the Antugro Farm Advisor. And its role is to remove the information gaps that farmers face. So if you look at the top right of your screen, you will see that the top left of your screen, you will see that farmers are able to input 2 things: the location of their farm and what they're growing or want to grow. We'll use satellite intelligence and EO to compute a location score to give them the data on soil health, climate analysis, market trends, what they can intercrop, and every single thing in between that can help them begin to grow or continue to go on their farmer's journey. The second thing, and if you look at the screen that is just next to it, we have an AI chat through which farmers can chat specifically with the report that they've gotten for deeper analysis. They can do pest and disease control. They can chat with an internal agronomist that we have. And all this is 70% cheaper than the cheapest agronomist we have in Kenya. Because and you'll see in the pricing information, It starts from around 20 shillings, which is less than $1, to just about $1. We have an access to 40,000 agronomists in Kenya who are registered, so no quacks. The conversational AI model allows farmers to perform much better than they ordinarily would. And most importantly, all this data is stored in a blockchain ID, which is the farmer's ID, which is going to be very relevant in the presentation going forward. Because all this information is the first step to computing a credit score for the farmers. So the second step is farmers now are introduced to a much more robust platform, which is the Shambani platform. Shambani means farm. And the Shambani platform is primarily to solve their performance gaps by rewarding their good farming practices. So after farmers have an idea now through the initial platform on how to use technology, then now they can onboard their farms, they can draw a farm polygon, they can get deeper level analysis. Through the Shambani platform, we track each activity that the farmer does, whether it's irrigation, whether it's sales, whether it's the farm hand being on farm, anything that the farmer does. All this will contribute further to their credit score. So this means that, for example, if we ask the farmer to irrigate through our advisory service and they do, they have a better credit score. If they sell through our platform, they have a better credit score. And all this is tied back to their phone number, and their phone number can log into all our platforms, tied to their blockchain ID. Their phone number is tied to their blockchain ID, which then registers all the data from every aspect of Antugrow that they interact with. So just to recap, farmer ID, use it to log in, get a credit score, continuous farm monitoring and evaluation from us, our agronomists and the people on the ground. They sell through our platform because we have a sales platform as well, and they have an improved credit. Which leads us to the third item, solving for financial gaps, which is what most people think is the problem, but actually is not. Because if farmers have the right information, they can improve their performance, then they can get access to credit. We give farmers access to credit on the blockchain. So this means that they're not going to traditional finance institutions. They're not going to banks. They're going to retail investors like you and me on the blockchain marketplace. They're going to financial institutions on the blockchain marketplace, which allows them, for one, to get loans cheaper than traditionally, to get their loans settled faster than traditional. So loans through us are settled within, it actually takes seconds for the loans to be settled, but we stage it to 24 hours so they can do all the preliminary checks we need to do, as opposed to banks, which will take maybe 3 to 5 days. And as a result, our loans are 6 to 8% cheaper than traditional loans, and we offer investors 8 to 12% annual return, which is close to what a low-risk investment in Kenya would be. And this allows for both the farmers to win and both investors to win. Farmers typically will get a loan at 18 to 22% in Kenya, which is quite high to task a smallholder farmer with. So the size of opportunity in Africa is massive. And we are targeting only a small bit of it, which is around 2 billion. And we're going to get this money through our farm subscription model. So farmers subscribe to our platform starting at 20 shillings for each advisory, or $2 per month, up to $9 per month. They can then migrate to the Shambani platform after getting to an initial credit score on the Farm Advisor platform to around 200. It's actually $200 a quarter, not a month, to $600 a quarter. And then we have an enterprise model as well. We also have a loan origination and credit scoring fee that we take of around 1% to 3%. And our traction right now is above 1,000 farmers who have currently used us. They've reported, all of our farmers are reporting at least 30% increase in the profit that they make, and we've monitored around 1,000 acres. So this year we've actually made around 15,000 USD in revenue. And these are some of our achievements. We have been recognized by the World Bank as a leading organization in farm advisory. We've recently signed an MOU with Star Vision, who are in the room, which also allows us to provide our solution to farmers at a faster and cheaper rate. And we're also co-contributors in the GSMA blockchain report in agriculture. and among other things that we work with some of our partners in the room, for example, the Kenya Space Agency. We have a 3-year growth plan that is moving us from 2,000 farmers, which we're just about to hit this year, to 25,000 farmers by the end of 2028. And we are asking, and just before I go into our ask, our strategic position is that while other institutions focus on traditional financing, we are at the intersection of decentralized financing in blockchain and agricultural financing, which allows our process to be faster, to be secure and immutable, and to be completely verified, with even the public being part of the verification. Our ask is 300,000 USD within the next 18 months to go into expanding our team, to go into building out our product further, into partnership and enterprise, into some of the spaces that we want to go to within Africa, farmer acquisition, and also in the operational cost that we'll be running. This is our team. We have our founder, who is a blockchain engineer with plus 9 years of experience. Myself, I'm a data scientist and business leader within the agriculture and sustainability space. We have a GIS engineer and an IoT engineer with quite a number of years of combined experience. I want to leave us with a video that will do a much better job than I have, and also will show you some of what I've tried to be my acting skills, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you. If you could get the volume up, please. Let me just start it again.
Hi, I'm managers, and I'm looking to get a loan to expand. It's very exciting. For your convenience, I have everything neat and organized. Soil health report, historical crop yield report, here's all the markets I can sell in. I'm ready to face any challenges that may be foolish enough to face me.
I just don't like farmers.
I understand. There's nothing on here about my farms. I can literally double my output. Do you know what? There's nothing on the horizon except everything. I am going to fix the financial system. So now, I'm building Antigo. The farmers can get loans with what actually matters, the performance of their farms. And if you're not a farmer, you can be a lender and earn an interest. Be a farmer, invest in farms, you can do both. Hello?
Hello? Can you take my money, please? I made a mistake. Ah!
It's the bank lady.
Thank you. So,
All right. That is Brian Amani, Antigro, an award-winning actor.
yeah, I don't even I'm out of time. I just want to conclude with our dream is that without having to change the behavior of farmers so they focus less on their farms, we're actually making them focus more on what they already love doing and rewarding them for it by giving them more access to credit, and better access to finance. Thank you.
Once more. Brian Amani, over to you, the judges, even as Sikem Newkongi prepares to come on stage for the final pitch.
Brian, I think that was an excellent presentation.
Thank you.
So, a typical farmer somewhere in, are they able to also to get a suitable area to do certain farming? Because I met someone and I saw from your data that they actually do strawberry farming in Thika.
Yes.
So I was also surprised, like, see these things, are there other, you can actually advise people also in the audience, especially the mobile farmers, where to do the actual crops or even maybe lease. So you have a suitability kind of an idea so that actually most people can come and join, especially I know Charlene wants to join the platform.
Yes. So the platform gives you a suitability index for wherever you are in the nation. So whatever it is you're thinking of growing, wherever you want to grow it, you'll get a suitability index, you'll get a crop calendar, and all the information you need to start your venture. Even for the developers in the room and for everybody building other platforms like this, we have an API service that allows you to build on top of what we already have. So you don't have to start your journey so far behind. You can actually integrate this into everything it is that you're doing, including the credit score engine. And it's available to use right now on, the API is on api.antugrow.com, and the service that you've just seen is on antugrow.com.
Thanks for the presentation. I wanted to ask in terms of the first component that you shared about the information, right? So then you have an AI platform that translates the analysis, right, to farmers. So are they able to understand the earth observation analysis that comes from that? Or do you have like training that you do for farmers for them to understand the earth observation analytics? Yeah.
Good question. So what we've found is that farmers don't actually care about the EO analytics. So what we'll tell them is we'll have it somewhere in case they want to look at it. But we'll either tell them good, bad, ugly, what to do. The AI functionality also abstracts some of that information as well, so that in case something looks too technical for the farmer to understand, they can ask it in Swahili, for example, or in English, or in Kikuyu, for example, in the AI chat, and it will explain to them exactly what it is that means and what they need to do. So for the most part, farmers don't care, as you've rightly put it, about the EO information, and so we don't show it to them unless it's something specifically that they look to find.
Last one, follow up on that. So, after the transition now to the credit scoring, do you do, like now if, for instance, a farm does not do well in terms of production, so do you do analysis in such a way that it shows the risk analysis, because they didn't get that risk aspect and management aspect here?
Yes, we do. And unfortunately, we couldn't show the entire demo of the platform here. But yes, we'll show you the risk analysis. There's a section on the platform which allows you to upload previous farm reports, for example. And we'll tell you, exactly where you're bleeding cash. If most of your money is being lost out in fertilizer, or most of your money from our analysis on platform is being lost because some of your farm hands report late to the office, and so only work from this time to this time, and how much that is impacting both your credit and how much revenue you're able to make.
Thanks. A couple of questions on the third part of this. So have you validated or managed to do any micro loans as yet?
So we are currently running one pilot with the farm that you saw. Actually, there is a coffee farm in Embu, around 10 acres, on which we've mapped 3,000 trees individually, and all those are contributing to the data. We are currently building their credit score, and then we'll be doing the investment. We'll be opening it up to investors next year around February. So we are in the process of validating the credit scoring engine right now, and also actually having investors ready to invest in the farm, but we're not ready to pull the trigger yet just because we don't have all the data we feel confident enough to share with them.
Okay, and then how does the loan get paid back? How does the farmer, you didn't show it in the system, there's a way for the loan to be paid back?
Yes, so on the platform that you saw there, I'm unable to demo just because of the circumstances of tech, but there's a section where they go to request funding. When they request funding and they receive funding, the money is put in a smart contract. So on blockchain, there's a smart contract that essentially controls how money flows. Okay. So say if they request for 1,000 USD, it will come in X number of tranches, provided that their farm, not actually them, their farm fulfills certain obligations, and that money is going to be received by them. So one of the obligations is that they are able to pay. One of the obligations for the next loan is that the previous loan was always paid in time. So they pay through the same smart contract system. So for me to be able to secure a loan next time, I have to fulfill the obligations of this time, which also affects my credit score. So it's a very trust-based ecosystem. And then the second way is that we also have anchor farmers. So if you have a need that is bigger than you can currently meet through your credit, you can join as farmers with one anchor farmer. And then that anchor farmer is the one to whom these other farmers are able to pay back. So you have a few mechanisms through which money flows.
Okay, and then one last question on scale, the scalability. The regulations around blockchain is not uniform.
Yes.
Which means that you have to evaluate for each country as you go.
Yes.
So, any thoughts on how you're going to manage?
Yeah, it's a good question. So actually in Kenya, for example, the virtual assets bill just got recently passed, which means that regulations are only coming into our country. So it's very step by step. For us, we are lucky that the government is actually willing to partner with institutions like us through a sandbox program, so that we can be part of the laws that are being made. In other countries, what we have done, so for example, in Nigeria, which is one of the places we want to go into, we are partnering with institutions that already have the law, the law in mind there. And so, yes, I do agree. It's a process in some countries that is better done than others. But also as an innovator, you move at the pace of innovation and then regulation catches up with you.
I hope that's it. Let's give it up for Brian Amani from Antigro. And our final pitch for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome from Map and Rank Sikem Nkonge. Appreciate this gentleman as he comes on stage and as he cue up his presentation. See, it's just slightly 5:30. We're almost there. But over to you, sir. Can switch it on, please? Thank you. Yes.
Good afternoon. I'm Sikem Breeze from Cameroon. I'm the founder and CEO of Map and Rank. And at Map and Rank, we're excited to bring on-demand flood early warning information to African communities where the needs are most pressing. So, inclusive early warning information is unavailable for more than 60% of the African population. And this lack of inclusive early warning information makes it extremely difficult for core communities to adapt. Without adequate early warning systems, it leads to low risk anticipation and disaster preparedness. It equally increases the hazard vulnerability of target communities, and the response and adaptation costs become even more amplified. We are addressing this by combining data from spaceborne and ground-based, and equally crowdsourcing citizen science information. We are able to generate location-based insights that can aid in flood risk preparation and management. Our data sources include the following. For ground-based data sets, we are using precipitation data, water discharge, catchment properties, and equally water gauge levels. And for spaceborne data sets, we are using numerical weather forecast, digital elevation models for target areas, and synthetic aperture radar. Of course, we are equally using citizen science data and government reports. Our end product is a machine learning platform that monitors, estimates, and predicts changes in river levels across a 5-day period. So we are able to estimate how a river is behaving during a 5-day period and then generating flood forecast implications for that flood basin. So far, we have 12,000 participating households on our platform who all are registering on premium. We equally have 22 local government institutions who register on a tiered premium basis. And we are operating in over 25 subdivisions in Cameroon and the Chad Republic. Early warning services and the weather and climate information service market in general as a nascent but very big growing opportunity for the African continent. They represent an opportunity of over a 12 billion USD market cap. And being an early bet in the sector, we believe we can have a good slice. We are not alone in this sector. There are already other heavy lifters, like the Google Flood Hub, EdNetworks, and ONAC. But we believe our shared data infrastructure, which allows local communities to collaborate and participate in our platform, is our secret sauce. We have the backing of some interesting partners, both local and some with well-known names, like the UNICEF Office of Innovation, We Robotics, and Climate Kit. We are a team of 7, but here is our core team. Myself with a background in applied geosciences, software engineers, those who are working in field data collection as data scientists, and a drone pilot operator. Going forward, we are looking for partnerships, especially those that allows us access to institutions that are working in anticipatory action and disaster risk response across various regions in Africa. Of course, we equally want mentorship. The climate sector is a tricky sector when it comes to the business models, and we want coaching in this area so that we can keep iterating our current business model. We are equally raising the sum of $300,000 to expand our sensor networks across other chat.
All right. Thank you very much, Sikhem. Over to you, judges.
How is the participative part work?
So we involve communities throughout our solution workflow, from remote monitoring on the field, validating some of the data we are projecting. The data is being validated by community reports themselves. We have a social platform which allows communities which allows communities to share the sightings that they are seeing, and then we compare these projections that we are doing on the
So the one thing that wasn't clear is what's the actual solution? Is it an alert or a notification that you are in a flood risk area? What exactly is the solution? The service, rather.
So we are monitoring and estimating changes in river levels. And from this, we can generate flood implications when the river surpasses a threshold. But we are a multi-channel platform. We have an app through which we deliver this solution, but equally we are delivering the solution through SMS and on WhatsApp channels. And then working with local government authorities also allows them to broaden their channels of distribution, like through local radio or other community networks.
I have a follow-up. How fast are you able to generate a notification? So when you see something's happening, are you able to notify the people in time that they can evacuate?
Absolutely. Immediately, the river level surpasses a certain threshold, an automatic alert is being generated. And this is being sent out to all the stakeholders.
Just to follow up on what he asked in the first question, I wanted to understand, you said you're monitoring after 5 days. So does it mean, is it weekly? Like every 5, is it weekly analysis or in the periods that are like the raining season?
So we are predicting with a 5 days lead time, but of course flood is not occurring all the times. If you can monitor still changes in water level, this gives a lot of information for other implication analysis, like does that area, is it going to face some kind of, say, drought risks? And looking at the way all the drainage network has been modeled, you can be able to know what solutions to target along the watershed for that area. But it is really very impactful during the flood season, because during the flood seasons, the 5 days to time, you can already be able to know if they a potential flood risk or not.
All right. Thanks for that. Last one. If when you were successful, for instance, or based on the asks that you asked, the mentorship and also the ask. So if you get that, what do you intend to do? Like, how will that now improve your solution, or what are you intending to do if you get all the resources that you need?
Okay. So I had 3 asks: partnerships, funding, and some form of coaching. Based on our experience, I know how long it took to start making money, for example. And we were only able to do this when we could penetrate a certain channel. Being accepted as one of the actors in the in the Anticipatory Action Committee for Cameroon, and then the Chad Republic. And that is just how true. But this is why this is a good ecosystem to make money. We want to look at other avenues where we can be able to see how we can tap into that. And having coaching in this area is something that we can strongly appreciate. For the funding, we hope to expand our sensor network in the different flood basins. We are focusing mostly in the Sahel region of Africa. Now we are in Cameroon and Chad. Hope to go into northern Nigeria and then possibly into Mali.
Okay. Is that it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us appreciate Sikem from Map and Rank. And that will be our final pitch of the day and closing up this first day and the Africa Earth Observation Challenge. Once again, you 10 innovators, you've done so well and we appreciate you. Dave.
Wow, wow, wow. I was listening to all the innovations. I know people were tired, but I could see people trying to find a way just to keep on listening, because the ideas that were coming out of your minds today, the things that you were voicing up here today were quite impressive, per se, even to the space engineers that I saw around. So one of them was asking me, so he's really doing that? And he's not actually a space professional. He's more of an ideator right now, an innovator. And I was telling him, yeah, he is now a space engineer more than you. So pull up your socks. Definitely, this has been quite a great interaction today. I can see the judges had a wonderful session, even asking the questions that you asked. Maybe I can just give the mic to one of the judges just to give a remark generally about the whole pitching session, about the whole event in general, and then we'll give the schedule of tomorrow. Yeah.
Definitely. Please, one of the judges. I'm tempted to say tiptoe. Where I go, I get this. Yeah, she can do it. Please. Thank you very much. Briefly, you've been nominated by the judges.
Thank you. For us, for me personally, it's been a very insightful session, like just listening to the different pitches. And interestingly, my passion is in using Earth observation for food security. And interestingly, like listening to most of the startups who are very like agriculture based, but I'm also glad that we had other other pitches that were, also diverse, water, as well as the other one for, platforms that can help us process data. It's been very, very insightful. I saw at least most of the teams were balanced, and of course, wearing the cap of, Women in Space Kenya. I wanted to comment the one for Antugrow. You need to, gender balance maybe in the teams as well, but it's always good, definitely. The expertise is very key, despite the gender, but also it's always good to ensure we have balance in everything. And it was really fun. And also having a good judging panel, it was really good to have them and hear them ask the questions as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. Sante. That's incredible. Beautifully done so. So, Dave, what should we be expecting tomorrow, even as we come to the end of day one?
All right, as we come to the end of today, I know some of us were expecting the high-level panel, but due to time, because we started a bit late, we decided to move the panel discussion tomorrow as one of the first things in the first half of the day. Tomorrow, the main thing is going to be the communities of practice. Now, I know the small networking groups that you were given earlier in the day, the people that you just met, these are the people who are part of these communities of practice. And per se, I can mention the different ones. One is sustainable land, agriculture and resource management. There is space science and astronomy, space systems engineering, disaster risk reduction and climate action, human settlements, spatial planning and health systems, and of course the last one, which more caters for data governance, which is cross-sectoral COP discussions on data. Now, the data champions are the ones who are going to guide us on that. So tomorrow it's mostly going to be more of group discussions where you'll be put within the community of practice that you're more of interested in, the one that you're invested in. And the reason why I wanted to say invested in is because some investors are here and they want to see you pitch your ideas. You want them to be part of your community because they're also the ones who are going to give you the voice in terms of the policy making and the decision makers within your national space agencies and within your own countries as well. Definitely, also today we were supposed to have some refreshments in the evening, a cocktail event in the evening. This has also been postponed to tomorrow due to time. Today evening, we're just going to enjoy some refreshments outside here. Non-alcohol though, per se. I know some people are expecting something otherwise, but that will be the gist of today. Your closing remarks, Noah?
Definitely. It's been a good day of day one, Kenya Space Innovation and Investment Forum 2025. And I hope we've had a good time, despite a challenge, a little bit of time, but we've had a good time at the end of it all. So it's been a pleasure running the program with you guys. You look amazing at this particular moment. Just stand up on your feet wherever you are. Just stand up on your feet, please. You can't be standing up on your hands. Somebody's saying that. Okay. All right. Remove your phone, your smartphone, please. I've just gotten this idea right now. Remove the best smartphone on your table, please. Let that one be used to take a table selfie. I want to see you tired. Then you'll compare that photo with the one you took in the morning, okay? And that is the work that you've put in during the day. But you guys have done amazing. This particular moment, we want to call it a day. It's been a pleasure. My name is Noah Kipkemboy.
And I've been David Ngoke.
Definitely. Have yourself a good evening. And there we go. Hold somebody.